Recording in progress.
Hello, slow parenting family from across the globe. Welcome to another episode of this. Thank you so much for joining us again today, and welcome to a brand new season. This is the beginning of season 5 of the Slow Parenting podcast on Nostalgia Media. Okay, and this season we're going to be looking at some very practical things in parenting, starting from this very episode. And also within this same season, we promised you that we're going to say thank you to all of you who have been with us throughout the very first year of the Slow Parenting program. We started this journey in February of 2024. So it's been one full year of programming. So thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your engagement. If you've not ideas about who they want to be. So it makes sense to find out what those things are, and then you help them to get on their way. But before they get to those points at which they have come to a conclusion, or at least an idea of who they want to be later on in life, you have to get them, you have to introduce them to a variety of skills, okay? Way of steps to getting things started and getting things done, okay? By you and getting them to stay tight, sit tight, and ride along with us, okay? I'll be back after this short time out, okay?
These things are not happening in the moon. Every day, boom, regular home, on a daily basis. Have kids now, go around, spend all not productively, really. Even if it's productive, even if you are doing online for the business, whatever it is, you need to apportion your time. Whether you are a father, a mother, a daughter, a son, an adult, a child, we need to be better at time management as far as it concerns our relationship with devices. We should not let our time with devices online become obsession, bordering on addictive. It's important that the canvas, the broad canvas on which we must start to paint our parenting profile.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, in this episode of the Slow Parenting podcast, we're going to, be zeroing in on the secrets to teaching your kids skills in ways that it's not robotic. Okay, they return the demonstration of what you are, what you have done, and not what you're teaching or what you have done. They'll see you do it, they'll watch you, they'll observe you do it. Of course, when you do practicals, the only way to get to know whether the practicals worked or didn't work, or the students got to learn or didn't learn, is for them to return demonstrations of what you have done. And then if there are, errors, you're still in class, so you could also get them. And then you have to get a glass of patience put by your side so you can keep drinking it. Get a full glass of patience as you get on with showing your children how to do specific things, chores, skills, processes. Okay, it would take your showing, not talking, not instructing. You practicalize, okay, by getting what you want them to do, especially when they are babies, especially when they are toddlers. You show by doing yourself, and then give them the opportunity to return a demonstration. And then so we also get to talk about why actions matter more than your words. I've said that it's not about you see, when you want to come down the ladder, you take it the wrong at the time. No, you go take climb the ladder, show, you see what I'm doing? You talk, you show, and then you get them to return the demonstration. And then you also know when to let them take those risks of trying the things themselves and not say, oh, they don't know it. Oh, he's going to hurt himself. Well, sometimes actually, yeah, things happen. They'll fall, they'll get up, learn how not to fall the next time. It's part of the learning. But just to be sure that you have safety, you make the environment safe enough. But falling is part of life. And then when we fall, we get up. Falling is not the end of life. So you also do that. And we're also going to be talking about how to stop repeating ourselves over and over again by keeping what we're asking them to do simple, okay? Not complicated, not someone that should be in high school, you get to college level from day one. No, it wouldn't work, okay? And then, of course, finally, as we close, we look at the hidden impact of social media. What role do social media do? There's a lot of negativity to say, okay, don't listen, it has to be your own. But thankfully, okay, well, there's a caveat to that. Thankfully, we are talking today about babies, toddlers. But when you also see some videos on social media about what toddlers and babies are doing, you wonder how did they get to know this? So there's no one size fits all about this. Individuals are different, they learn things differently at different rates, different stages, different ways. So we need to start from the beginning. And what's the beginning as far as we are concerned in the slow parenting program is know your children, okay? Set boundaries, agree on boundaries jointly. Of course, boundaries with babies and toddlers, no, don't do that. Okay, maybe gets to understand. You will see that in one of the videos. Okay, if you come down this city this way and fall, I'm going to whack your backside. And the baby is watching. Okay, I don't want my backside whacked. And you think he didn't understand. You think he's not listening. He's listening. We are the ones not paying attention. We are the ones not following due process to help our children to take in what will make sense for them eventually or what will not make sense for them eventually. So there's a lot to learn today on the program. So first, I want us to go ahead, okay, and see the first video, and then we'll come back, okay, and talk about what we saw in that video. Okay? Take your notes and ask him. Okay, our videos are usually not long ones. Well, I believe you saw the video. Father, okay, a simple task of getting down from sofa from the city, well, using a doll, very practical things. Babies are used to playing with dolls. Okay, and the baby sits there and the father says, well, okay, if you try to get down from this city and then you tumble and fall, that's our agreement. The boundary is don't come down this way. If you climb down this way and fall, The agreement is there will be some whacking, okay? And the baby is watching. You will think the baby didn't get the message. He got the message. How do I know he got the message? Well, after that demonstration, the father, the father showed with the doll again how the baby needs to climb down, turning the face to the sofa or the settee, and then touch the floor, and then gradually get up. And I said, okay, yeah, the baby was there watching as if initially when I watched the video initially, I'm like, this guy is going to get washed because, oh, but then surprisingly, is it really surprisingly? Babies learn, children learn first. It might not be all children, it's not all children that learn things at the same rate. We said it earlier, okay? There's no one size fits all at how individuals get to learn things. So you must know your children first before you begin to compare them. You should not even compare them. You can only one person we cannot don't compare. Okay, you can encourage. Oh, he did it. You can. Yes, you can. All right, that's a different thing. But let's get back to this video. Now, the father now shows the baby how to get down from the settee, the sofa, the right way. And then takes the baby, puts the baby on the sofa or the settee, and then watched. And voila, the baby gets down the proper way. No injuries, no drama, no issues. And what happened next? Okay, what happened next? There's a reward. Okay, do or show them to do right. What was that reward? High five. Okay, that's it. Wow, you got it. High five. Yeah. Okay. You don't say, okay, well, all right, you did it. Well done. Next time. No. Celebrate little successes, celebrate big successes, but celebrate every success. Okay? Celebrate every key step your children take to the next level of what they need to know and how they need to progress. Okay? That father did not sit and say, well, hello, Junior, if you ever climb on that chair, or that settee, that couch, and then while getting down, you fall, I'm going to whack you. The child might get it, might not get it. Most likely not get what is he saying? What's he saying? You know that saying, one picture speaks more than what? 1,000 words, right? That's the saying, paraphrased, okay? Now, a picture could be a photograph, could be a video, could be picture. Everything is image, picture. So that demonstration of using the doll to say, first, our agreement is don't fall when you must not fall when you're getting down from this elevation, couch, settee, chair, whatever. Okay. You must not fall. Okay. If you fall by going in the wrong way, your reward is some spanking. And the father showed it. And the baby was like, okay, are you kidding me? Spank? No way. And then proceeds to put the doll on the couch, settee, and then demonstrates how the baby could navigate the process of climbing down safely. So, what are the lessons there? Always use simple steps, things that the children, the babies can easily identify with, things they can You know, we said earlier, don't go college level, don't go university level when the child is in primary school. It won't work. You'll just be getting angry over nothing. And the child will be frustrated because you wouldn't know why he's not getting it, not because he's not making enough effort, but where you started demonstrating it gets the child to get it easier. Just a moment. We have a contribution from a question also from a community member. It says, do you think it must be taught to do chores or develop a sense of responsibility? How do you develop a sense of responsibility if you do not agree on boundaries? If you don't agree on what those responsibilities are? First, you must agree on, there must be a discussion, not instruction. You can instruct, it will most likely backfire. Okay? But when you reach an agreement, when you have a conversation concerning a particular activity or specific things that need to be done at home, anywhere, okay, there's ownership. Okay, there's ownership. The children understand, okay, we agreed on this thing. Even if a black sheep eventually develops amongst them, you have a backup. What's your backup? We agreed. Then you wouldn't be seen as a tyrant. No. Hello, I believe we had an agreement over there. Yes, Dad, okay, we agreed. Sorry, it's a mistake. Okay. You could, because the child has owned up to this, okay, yes, we agreed. First, there's no hard feeling from the child just being unreasonable. Okay? The child recognizes that, oh, I'm the one who has not followed what we agreed on. So, sense of responsibility does not come from the moon. You have to discuss what those responsibilities are. You have to create ownership for those responsibilities. You have to agree on what would happen if those expected outcomes from the responsibilities do not happen. Like I said earlier, you must also reward. You must also work at rewarding, execution, okay, of those responsibilities, of the child getting what needs to be done properly. Don't say, well, what else are you supposed to do? You're supposed to get it right. No, celebrate it. That was great. Good job. Okay, good job. That in itself is an encouragement to the child. Not, okay, well, it's expected you do it. The child might become discouraged and why do nobody even appreciate what I'm doing. If adults can feel that way, why children? Do I think it must be taught to do? It's not taught. You might not call climbing down from the sofa or the couch a chore. It's a life skill, which is a chore, actually. It's a chore needed by the individual. It's an activity the individual has to perform over time. At that point, it's just climbing from the couch down. At some other point, it would just be going up the rungs of a ladder. It could be climbing a tree. It could be getting out of a car. It could be so many other things that safety standards, safety requirements, safety issues are involved in. Okay, so thought chores. You agree. This is how to wash the dishes. In one of the episodes, previous episodes here, we talked about a child goes to, says he wants to wash plates, yes, carry the plates, goes to the toilet sink, and then, okay, there's water there, right? Sure, the child is sitting down there and washing the dishes and please wash dishes, right? But that's not the right place to wash dishes. That means you did not show that child the right place to wash dishes. Okay? So you cannot expect sense of responsibility to come from where? Okay, that's why we talk about mirroring. Okay, you show, you practice, and then you allow return demonstrations for the things you have, shown the child or the children how to do. Tasks you've asked, shown them how to perform, whether it's cooking or I share the story. Okay, sense of responsibility. I come back, I'll share it here again. Today I cook, I feel good about cooking and all of that. As we're growing up, incidentally, well, unfortunately for us, our mother we had only one sister, and we were 7. So the rest of us are men. Our sister was the second, so there was a long gap. I was 5th of my mother's children. But my mother made sure that all of us could cook, learned how to cook. Okay, and not just talking about boiled water. No, cook in complicated dishes. As it were. If there's any dish that could be considered complicated, I mean. So there was this time she was going to travel, and she said, okay, she cook okazi soup. And then yourself and my immediate younger brothers are twins, and was just herself and 3 of us that were home. Every other person was in school, college, well, high school, that's at that time, and the ones that are working were working. So I was happy. Towards the time Mama was going to come back, I went, I cooked. I believe I had cooked. I tested the soup. It was tasting very nice. I'm like, wow, I've done it. I prepared. It was fufu, cassava, apple. Don't worry. Ask AI what apple means. All right? Because it's apple. It's not cassava flour when it is apple. Fine. Right. So I prepared. And when my mother came back and I served her, and she took the first morsel of the apple and, dipped it in the soup. Right there and then I knew something was wrong. I knew but I couldn't remember what it was I didn't add to the soup. It was watery. Really was, I put everything. There was supposed to be egusi. I put egusi. I put everything I missed one ingredient. No, and my mother went and then she took the mussel up and the soup sauce went all the way down. She was deliberate with doing it, and she said, "Okay, is this what I thought you?" There and then my brain was reset without anybody saying anything to me. I remember I didn't add the thickener to the soup. She taught us, of course, this is how to cook. When you prepare soup, you have to put the thickener so that it can hold all the ingredients together and all of that. I forgot to put the thickener. I don't want to tell you how that experience ended. It's not part of it. But then she demonstrated severally, showed severally. I forgot. I didn't, Oh, since you like to eat watery soup, you're going to, but eventually said, no, this is not it. This is what you didn't do. And then I learned. Today, I teach other people how to cook those soups from the eastern part of Nigeria, mainly. Okay. So we have another contribution from another committee, but I get so frustrated and angry when I am teaching my children new skills and they don't get it quickly, and they don't get it quickly. What do I do? Remember, as I started this, going specifically into this issue of teaching your children how to, or practicing or modeling how to do things, I advised that you get a glass of patience. Okay, so this is one point. This is one, point in the training session that you need to reach for that glass of patience and take a sip. Okay, remember, All individuals, no matter the age, okay, don't learn things at the same rate. That's number one point. The second point is, what is your objective? What's your mission? What is the outcome that you set for trying to get that child to do that thing? I would think is to get the child to be able to do that thing. So you need to patiently take the child through, put frustrations away. If you feel, well, frustrated enough, end the session nicely. Don't discourage the child by saying you don't ever get anything right. Don't make any statements like that, okay? If you feel, if you're getting emotionally disturbed over the rate, the pace, end the session, that particular session nicely, and then agree on the next time to, continue. And then also evaluate the process and your tools. Okay, evaluate the process of your practical session and the tools that you're using. Are they the right ones? Have you used the right words? Have you followed the right sequence for what you want the child to do? Or you just believe because you can do it, the child should also be able to get it? No. Let's take our minds back to the video of that father showing that baby how to climb down from the couch. Okay, first, agreed on boundaries. If you try to come down from here and fall, there will be punishment for it. Okay, all right. But now, this is how to climb down using the right tool, the doll. Okay, and then the right process, facing the couch or the settee, facing it, and then reaching down first, still with the upper body on the couch, and try to touch the floor with the feet. And the child got it right when it got to the point for the child to return the demonstration of that particular process. Okay, but even if that child did not get that right the first time, don't lose your cool. We're going to find out. We're going to see that that aspect of being patient and take your time and give the child a chance. We're going to see it in the second video. We have two videos for today, so stay on the line. Stay with us on the program. Okay, we'll take a short break now. When we come back, okay, we'll play the second video so that we now can take it from there. Thank you.
No. Jump. Look. Jump. Allez, go. Jump. Go. Good. Again. Allez, go. Jump. Jump again. Jump. Yay! Allez, again. Come. Jump. Go. Whoa. Go. No. Jump. Look. Jump. Allez, go. Jump. Go. Good. Again. Allez, go. Jump. Jump again. Jump. Yay! Allez, again. Come. Jump. Go. Whoa. Go. No. Jump. Look. Jump. Allez, go. Jump. Go. Good. Again. Allez, go. Jump. Jump again. Jump. Yay! Allez, again. Come. Jump. Go. Whoa!
It's important that the canvas, the broad canvas on which we must start to paint our parenting profile, must be mutual communication, open, sincere mental communication. That also becomes helpful when you are taking that child through how to do that chore that child is showing interest in, but not getting quite right the first time. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hey, wait. Okay, let me show you. And the child went, okay, Dad, really? I didn't know that. These things are not happening in the moment. Every day, regular home, on a daily basis. Have kids now who don't spend all their time. Not productively, really. Even if it's productive, even if you are doing online for the business, whatever it is, you need to apportion your time. Whether you are a father, a mother, a daughter, a son, an adult, a child, we need to be better at time management as far as it concerns our relationship with devices. We should not let our time with devices online become obsession, bordering on addictive.
I'm addressing you now. And to me and listen carefully. Any woman that would not respect the father would not respect you eventually. The same thing. Any man that would not respect his mother would not respect you. So as you are courting, open your eyes. At some point during marriage counseling classes, years gone by, we used to tell couples, it is better to separate than to divorce. Meaning it is better for the courtship to be ended than for you to blindly go into a marriage and then begin going to this. There are things that should be outstanding, that should be red flags. I will repeat, young man, the person you are courting has a habit of complaining, my father did this to my mother, my father did this to my mother every time. Walk away. Yes, walk away. You see, that resentment about the father, it will be transferred to you without your doing anything really. The same thing, young woman. My mother never took care of me. My mother was not used to cooking for us. She was never there. My mother, walk away, young woman. That same complaining agency will be opened in your name down the road. Look for people who have cordial relationship with their parents. Start from there. It's not everyone, but then it's not everyone that must be your wife, or it's not everyone that must be your husband. You want to build a home, build correctly, build right. No matter how beautiful, no matter how intelligent, no matter how rich, no matter how influential, if those red flags are there, walk away. Walk away.
Hold your breath and
Go. No. Jump.
Yes,
Look.
we did have
Look.
some technical. We have community members asking what happened. Sorry, there was some
Recording in
technical issues
progress.
about. So there are some technical issues about coming back from that break. So sorry about that. We're back on now. And if you watched that video, if you saw it, I hope the technical issues didn't affect watching that video. It's another father. That does not mean that mothers do not teach or show their children how to get stuff done. That's far from the truth. They do. So then let us think that, okay, well, we've only used fathers. Well, for this particular episode, those are the videos that I felt like, okay, well, let's look that speak to some of the issues we needed to talk about today. The second video, of course, the child did not get the issue of jump on the ramp right the first time, the second time, okay? And if you listened to the father was a little bit, jump. The one who was pulling him back, jump. There was a little, I could sense some hints of, frustration from the father. But by the third attempt, the child was able to actually jump with the 2 feet onto the ramp. The first time it wasn't, the second time it jumped. Again. Did the father demonstrate the jumping like the first father demonstrated getting down from the couch with the doll? Did the father do that? He was okay. Hey, now, jump. It's possible the father had done that before, well, before the clip we saw in the video. We didn't say that. So now he was saying jump. Maybe they've been doing it before, maybe they've been trying, but from what we could see, the child was supposed to go from, primary school to college. But fortunately, by the third attempt, he was able to get it. Okay. Now, what are the takeaways here? Yes, the child might not get what you want done or what you are, teaching or showing the child how to do, or taking the child through how to do the first time, the second time. Be patient. Okay. Be patient. It's human to feel frustrated. Like we said earlier, if the frustration takes a better part of you, end the session. End the session nicely. Encourage the child. Okay, well, that's enough for today. We'll try again tomorrow. Well done. Still give a high five. The child tried. Okay. The next time, but fortunately, within that same video, within that same session, the child was able to jump. We have another contribution here. Say, I made my 6-year-old son practice typing. Oh, tying, no, not typing, tying his shoelaces for an hour every day until he got it right. Was I pushing him too hard or teaching perseverance? Excuse, you found an excuse for what you are doing. Were you teaching? If someone did that to you, how would you feel, sir, man? Oh, this person did not see what I say. A male or female, whoever, whatever gender, okay? Perseverance is not about you must get it, you must get it. The child could lose interest and might just be going through the process because you are forcing. It becomes a forced thing. Okay? Okay, that's not how to do this. But next time, leave the shoes with the laces where the child could easily practice on his or her. So you don't, and then maybe at some other time you feel everything is okay, everybody's happy, everybody's, okay, let's try this again. Or by the time there's a need to wear the shoe with the laces, okay? Not that, okay, practice time again today, another one. Tying shoelaces for 1 hour every day until he got it right. Yes, I think you are pushing. I think that's a little bit pushy, The child might comply maliciously, what there's something we call malicious compliance, because he's afraid. The fear factor now gets, if I don't get it, no. Let's try. Okay, we can then, like earlier on, associate the practice sessions with or to the time that the child needs to wear that lace, those lace pair of shoes. That's okay. Let's see. Come on. And don't say because, okay, remember what I showed you yesterday. No, yesterday is gone. One, okay. If you like, let's both, because left, right, people process things differently. You could lace both and then remove the laces and say, okay, let's go. Let's try. Okay? Be patient. But then having to do it every day, 1 hour every day, you're not running away. The child is not running away. You sometimes, as parents, we're too much in a hurry to get the children to get to do certain things right. Okay, it's good, it's useful to get to do stuff right. But then when you now push, the child might just comply out of fear, might not learn. Okay, there's a difference between getting to understand that and doing it and could repeat it at any other time than being forced to do something. And the child would probably even develop a hatred for wearing lace shoes. Can happen. Yeah. Okay, we have another contribution here. He says, my experience was different. I taught my daughter to tie her shoelaces by bribing her with candy. Was I effective for creating a bad habit? If the candy thing happened after the child must have learned how to do the laces, that's the high five, that's the reward thing. But if you say, okay, take a candy, okay, try and do your shoelaces, that's bribery. You're starting something you might not be able to finish. Okay? You're starting something you might not be. Don't try to attach, don't even discuss the reward as much as possible. Well, except on some very rare occasions, like maybe exams. Okay, if you took so positions or if you score so grade in your exams, you're going to get this. I've done that. I've done it with my grandchildren. My first granddaughter, I'm like, okay, you want an iPad, your grade is like this when your next exam, and she did. And of course, I get the reward of the iPad. Okay, but don't give an iPad and say, okay, so that you can. That's bribery. There's a difference between bribery and reward. They're not the same. You start a process, that child to do the next thing, the right thing the next time. It's okay. What am I going to get? It's now the one asking for the bribe up front before I could do. Okay, give me $1 so I could go wash your car. It's not the same thing as the child has finished washing the car, cleaning the wall, washing the seats. Okay, wow, great job. Go and get yourself a candy or some candy. They're not the same thing. Okay, so yes, your question was, am I creating a bad habit? Yes, you're creating a bad habit. I'm sorry to put it that way, up front, but then it's not a good practice you want to encourage. Some children would exploit it. They won't get to do anything unless you give that, give something upfront before they do. But when children get things right, okay, high five is not candy. You can't eat it, but it's a reward. Well done, good job. Okay, develop non-material rewards for children getting things done right. Agree on them, develop, you get it right, you get 3 high fives. Okay, the child is happy to get the 3 high fives. It's not money, it's not candy. Try as much as possible not to put material value to things you reward your children with for getting things right. Okay? It lays a bad precedent. Okay? For their relationship with you going forward, for their relationship with others in society going forward, as children, even as adults. By the time they become adults, it would have been solidified in their character that, well, to get anything done, I must get something. What's in it for me becomes a song. Okay, we have another committee member here asking, what are some effective ways to teach young kids to set goals and work towards achieving them? Or is that concept too complex for kids? It's not too complex. We just seen 2 videos. Okay, we just seen 2 videos. It's the same thing. You see, when we use big words, we create confusions even for ourselves. What's the thing here? What are some effective ways to teach children, to teach young kids to set goals? Set goal. The first goal is come down from that couch safely without breaking your neck. That's a goal. Okay, and the father use everyday things around the child, a doll that the child would probably be playing with. Normally, the couch is there. Okay, and then he didn't say the child, okay, go and try to calm down. No, he didn't use himself because, of course, by the time he's on the couch, his leg is already on the ground, so he won't walk. I mean, the child wouldn't understand what's going on. Maybe, okay? But a doll that's about the size of the child, used to demonstrate that certain goal. What's the goal? Come down from this couch safely without. That was it. There's nothing complex about that. And the father demonstrated it. The second video, same thing. Jump successfully onto this ramp. Okay? That's the goal. And first attempt, no, the child landed with one foot, and then they followed by the second one. The second attempt, about the same thing. The third attempt, both feet on the ramp, jumping properly. Hopping and jumping are not the same thing. Okay, so in the first two, maybe it was hopping, then you got to understand what jumping means. The objective or the goal was get on the ramp by jumping onto it with your 2 feet and get down from the couch without falling, hurting yourself. Simple goals. You do not, teach children to get to do things beyond their ages. You also do not use processes that they cannot easily identify with. Use practical things, everyday things that they are used to in the house, or the places where the school, the playground, and then one little step after the other at the rate and pace of understanding of each child. Remember, again, we are not always at the same level or the same pace, the same rate at, in our getting to understand things, in our getting to get things done. So when you know your child, you know that deaf child, it takes a little while for, you give that child that. The other one is fast enough to get, okay, fine. Go, that's you. Don't say, well, you see, your brother has already done it, you never get anything. That child, you are creating 2 problems at the same time. Number one, you are discouraging that child from getting that thing done. Secondly, and which is worse, you create enmity between that child. If it's in a school, a class, you're creating a problem between your pupils, your students. You don't need it. You're creating relationship problems that shouldn't exist. Unnecessary competition, okay? Destructive competition. Okay, we have another question here. How can parents teach kids to develop a growth mindset early on and view failures as opportunities for growth? We go back to the same video. Those 2 videos still. Growth mindset, come down safely without falling and hurting yourself. You've grown, teammate, no, put me inside for hot oil so that I can stretch fat. No, growth is getting things done. Successes, little steps taken at specific points in time, agreeing on this is what we're going to do. Come down from that safely. That child does that. He has developed a growth aspect in that area. Jump on this ramp with your 2 feet, okay? Not hopping 1 foot after the other. That's a growth. That child would have developed the mindset of I can get things done. You get successful at doing once. It encourages you, even as adults, okay? Even encouraging. I tell young people in the writing classes I used to run, okay? Forget the big novels, tell a short story about the ant leaving the hole, pick food, and going back to the hole. That's your story. Finish it. Finish one story. Finish one narrative. Finish one task after the other. Okay? And when you have one thing finished, it gives you the confidence to. That's the mindset. You develop the mindset of I can get things done. Okay. Okay. I think that was the last. That will be our last. The last contribution we'll take from our community members for today. And as we this podcast episode, let's understand that Don't expect your children to do what you have not shown them how to do. There's no magic. Oh, nobody taught me how to do that. I learned it on my own. Well, that was you. Good for you. Okay? Show, then expect demonstration. Even when the return demonstration is being done, don't be impatient. Don't get frustrated. The child might get it right, might not get it right. You are there to take the child through. You're also showing the child that if a pressure cooker or microwave, even microwave and pressure cooker is a process. If you do not put in the pressure cooker is a process. If you do not put in the minutes, select the right keys, you get what you want to 1 month or worse, well, explode. Okay, let children know that yes, you didn't get it right. It's part of it. Is learning. You children know that yes, you didn't get it right. It's part of it. Is learning. You will get it. So just believe in you get it. So just believe in yourself. Believe you can do. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. In yourself. Believe you can do. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. You become the #1 cheerleader for your children. You become the #1 cheerleader for your children. Okay. Okay. But most importantly, program that parenting is a team event. One of the parents does not stay on one side and say the child can get this, and the other one say, no, leave that child. He's tried so much, he can't get this thing, forget it. You must agree on a viewpoint. Okay? Even if you're feeling more frustrated than the other parent, leave the same. Okay? And then have your discussion with your partner outside of the practice, with your partner outside of the practice or practical session. Wait for when it's just two of you, and then give your own opinion about how the thing has gone, or how the session has gone, or what's good about it, what didn't happen right about it. Don't become a negative influence in your children getting to learn the things that your partner is getting, whether the mother or the father or the male partner or the female partner. Be a team. Always be a team. Parenting is a team event. Once you have divergent, viewpoints, you confuse the children. And confusion does not help anybody. Okay, and then you begin to wonder why the children are not getting anything done the right way they should be done. Okay, so remember, you need a lot of patience when you are putting your children through the processes of getting tasks, chores, and, well, activities done right. Show examples of how that thing should be done. Agree on what would happen if it's gotten right or if it's gotten wrong. Agree on it, so that if that emotion of frustration, you say, okay, well, I told you if you got it right. Agree on it. Set boundaries. Agree on rewards or punishments. And then enforce the rewards and punishments, in love, not out of anger. When you are angry, never discipline your children when you are angry. Okay, so thank you so much for joining our show today, and I'm saying thank you to everyone that has, engaged by contributing questions or comments. Thank you so much. Always remember that you can always